and I think it's really a core of training grounds, and it's been a bond, I think, with all the stuff we do, and that's the spiritual part. And the quote that Tom and Allie came up with about Geo, and it's been, I think, something. What'd you explain, Tom? What Geo is?
Well, from its very inception and every major aspect of training grounds has been pretty organic. You can try to put all these rules and things in place, but the most effective and impactful things that have ever happened with training grounds, from the hiring even to programs, have been just organic. And sometimes in the way they happen, we may plan for one thing, and then we're in the midst of, initiating or implementing this great plan that we spend all this time, and then something else is over here that we couldn't have predicted that's way better than what we thought we were putting in place happens, and then we just learn to go with it. And so being nimble came out of this great organic experience that we have in training grounds, even with the relationships that emerge out of the staff or with the community, or even just the things that we are able to come up with and do to impact lives. So we call it Geo. And then we always have those moments where we'll look and say, that's a Geo moment. So it's a very
and
big part
it's
of our
funny because
culture.
when Tom and I first met, I'm aware of that same reality. The fact that our Creator has gone before us and already arranged things, and it's just a matter of us continuing our walk, and we run into what is supposed to be. But I always refer to that as the divine design of life. So when Tom and I had a conversation about this phenomenon that we have experienced and observed, and putting it together with his Geo and my DD.
God, as I like to call it.
That's pretty awesome. And
So Arthur, I'd be interested, just from your very new perspective, just a couple of snapshots over the last few days that you've had. Where are you in reference to what you're seeing or experiencing with the training grounds right now? Just interested in what you feeling, what you're seeing, what you observed, what you taken away from these early. You're not trying to move back to Philly. That's the first thing I'm hoping you do.
I'm recuperated from that. What I see is an organization, and I get the term organization. I've been affiliated with things that I couldn't really call an organization. And what I see is a movement that's have been taking place and is really ready to take off and really impact, and not to say it have an impact, but really impact people's lives. So that's what I see, a positive movement that will impact communities' lives and bring about a change, and expose people to the unknown. And the unknown is what God said you can do, not what man and the community and the environment say you can do. Too many people have been told what they can do and have stayed in that block. And too many people don't know what they can do. So, what Training Ground is doing is exposing young minds and to a broader horizon, to a better horizon, a broader horizon. So, in these communities, man, I can tell you.
No, it's all good.
In these communities, it's it's like you're put in you're dropped in a zone, and you're to live in that zone all your life, and all you know is that zone. And the young lady was talking about how you were exposed to the outside, and it broadened your mind, and it made you respect and love life more and care more, because you was able to go to those different countries and see how life is. Well, a lot of us in these communities never get that opportunity, you know, never even want to challenge our mind to go through those places. So I see training grounds just opening up and broadening people's horizon.
I appreciate that. Then I'm sorry, I'd like to hear from Roger, who's by way of seniority, who worked with training grounds with me the longest, and just get your perspective on what you see when you're looking at training. I'm sorry, I hope it's okay.
Definitely, okay.
What you're seeing, just as you look in retrospect to training grounds, the mission and organization, what's your take?
My take is, with the mission, to get where we started off with was, you know, get these young dudes off the corner and get them a purpose and get them some training, stuff they never had before. Like, most of them never had a job before. Most of them don't understand get up in the morning getting ready. There's something I always tell these guys, and that's what I tell them. I say, see them guys right there on the street corner? I said, they think they tough. They think they gangsters. It don't cost you nothing to get up in the morning and hang on the street corner. I say the toughest guys out here, the ones that get up early morning, get on that bus, get in that car and go to work every day and come back. And the next day they do it all over again. Rain, shine, snow. That's the tough guy. With this guy right here, this is getting up at 12 o'clock and noon, come out hanging out with his buddies, that's nothing. That's the tough one, the one that go to work every day. That's the one that you need to look at. And that's how I see that. That's what I've explained to them. Like I be asking them 10 years from now, what are you gonna be doing? Still on the street corner? That whole 10 years you can take it to expand yourself, to make it so you can start looking at what you wanna do. Because right now, a lot of them ain't even thinking past tomorrow. So what we try to do is to get them to think a different way. At the same time, we're training them. We're training them to get up in the mornings, to be on work on time, all the things that take you to get a job and hold it, the basic things. To get an understanding of life and get away from thinking beyond the next day. Beyond that. So that's what the mission was for, although we collectively took up older guys. You know, we started taking older guys, but most of it was for the young people. I'm saying guys, but I'm including females too. To get them off the street corner, because that's the plan. And to give them some type of thing, where somebody can show interest in what they're trying to do, or what they're trying to do. But it's been a struggle, because who we dealing with? All the years they had to do it this way. We coming in trying to tell them to do it somewhere different. And these are guys that are looking to get out on you, because that's been their whole life. You get out on somebody, somebody will get out on you. That's their perspective on life. So we try to show them that's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to get out on you. We're not trying to hurt you. We only here to try to help you. The further you along, once we get that in their minds, then I think we might succeed. Because if we can get that in their minds, that's the way they're thinking, then that's the way they're going to do it. You know. So I look at training ground as a, you know, that's why I'm there. Because I had other opportunity to move on other things, you know. But I decided to stay with Tom Brown, because I could see part of his vision. He's going to tell me everything. There's something you think I want to know. But it's all good to me. But that's why I stuck with him, because I could see people respect him in communities. You know, we be walking down the street or going to the store or something, people come up to him, hey, Tom Brown, I'm glad to meet you and all that, or I have met you, glad to see you, how you been doing, you know, you're still doing good things for the community. When strangers come and approach him like that, then I know he's on the right track. So I told him before, so look, man, I don't tie myself to your your coattails. So just make sure you look over your shoulder, that's me you dragging behind. So I'm trying to keep up. But that's what I see in training ground as a good thing. So the hard part is trying to convince people that that's what it's all about. Something that can help them, not something that's trying to take advantage of them. Some people recognize it, but some people don't. And they're the ones we work with the hardest. I'm already, you know, trying to teach them, give them benefit out what I do. I got my little sayings. I tell you what I know, then that's what I know. I tell you what I think, that's what I think, and you would know the difference. So don't go running off telling people I told you what I think, and you tell them I know it. There's a difference in it, and you know the. But basically, that's what it is. I see it doing good things for the community, and helping some of these young dudes out, and that's what I'm about right now. I'm on the, trying to help the community with respect at the same time, be employed. But it's a good thing, and I can see it. Some people recognize it. We just got to get a lot more people on board.
I appreciate